What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got another 2022 NBA mock draft video that I kind of want to be going over with you guys. This time I'm actually going to be talking about who I think the Washington Wizards should select in the 2022 NBA draft. Again, this was a really hard one because it's really uncertain on where Bradley Beal is going to be next season, but because I think Bradley Beal will most likely stay, and they've already got Kuzma and Denny Avdija and Kristaps, I think you can probably guess what position I will most likely be drafting, with this 10th overall pick. Now, again, we don't really know where the Washington Wizards are actually going to place in the lottery. They could very well win it, and I think they will be one of the teams going into it as a potential favorite to win it. But just because, we don't actually know the lottery at this point, I'm kind of just going to be taking, where they are in the standings right now and kind of just using that for where they will pick, and again, that is 10th overall. Again, this is also a clip from my official 2022 NBA mock draft where I have all the other players I have taken before this play go. So, of course, if you would, if you're wondering why I didn't take maybe a different player, maybe that player has already been drafted to a different team. So again, I highly recommend you guys go and check out my full version, my full mock draft. Of course, that will all be linked in the description down below. But as I was saying, I guess without further ado, let's just get straight into it with who I think the Washington Wizards should select with the 10th overall pick in the 2022 NBA draft. Alright, with the 10th overall pick as well, we've got a guy who I think's name is one of the more interesting ones out there. I've seen a whole lot of different kind of name pronunciations of this guy, and that's actually going to be Ty Washington Jr., who I have the Washington Wizards selecting with the 10th overall pick. I'm watching scouting reports and there's guys out here calling him Titty Washington Jr., and I'm just not going to do that. I can't call a man Titty. It's not going to happen. I'm calling him Ty, which I think is the correct way to pronounce his name anyway. It's definitely a very, very different one, but I actually do have the Wizards taking him. I think he would be absolutely perfect for them. They are going to be in desperate need for a point guard next season. They got rid of Spencer Dinwiddie, sent him to Dallas. I don't know what their next option is going to be at point guard. I would assume they're just going to draft one at this point. He's a dude that's 6'4", 6'3". Some kind of scouting reports actually have him as a different height, but kind of just more of that natural point guard type of guy. He seems to be a very, very good outside shooter in the NBA with a pretty good, shooting form. He, on the defensive end, is actually really, really good player, and that's exactly what I think the Wizards need, considering they'll be rolling out with Kristaps at the 5 next season and Kyle Kuzma at the 4. You're going to need to have some more defense here and there, and I do like Ty Washington, who seems to be a guy that can guard the perimeter and maybe guard 1 through 2 at 6'4". I think that's just what you're kind of going on. Now, I think potentially his playmaking could use a little work, but it seems like the taller point guards, some of them aren't always the greatest, playmakers. There's the odd exception like LaMelo and, Ben Simmons, but mostly the smaller point guards are like the better playmakers. We've seen how long it's taken DeJounte Murray to develop into being a really good playmaker in the league. It definitely took a couple of years, but again, Ty Washington has very, very good handles, very good shooter, very good defender. I might be having him going a little bit low at this point if I should have him going to the Pelicans, but then I also remembered that the Pelicans really tried to trade for a more veteran type of point guard last season, and I think that's what they will try and do this time. And what I've just realized now, it's the Washington Wizards would have Ty Washington. I didn't even realize that. That's just a happy coincidence with their names. But I don't necessarily know if they fully need the playmaking. Bill can still be a really good playmaker in the league. Plus, they could still try and target a dude like Ricky Rubio if they wanted to add some extra playmaking off the bench. And yeah, I'm not saying that Washington won't be a good playmaker. I'm just saying that right now, it doesn't seem like he's fully there. But again, he can be a great scorer. Seems like a good three-point shooter and a good defender. He could really go a lot higher at this 10th pick. I'm kind of looking at this now and thinking I might have undersold him, and I could have him going a lot higher. I think in the next mock draft I do. But for right now, I think Jaden Ivey is a big step ahead of him. And I think, yeah, he could go at pick 8 to the Pelicans, but I think they might go in a little bit of a different direction. But of course, if you haven't already, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for the latest NBA news and NBA content. Of course, don't forget to comment your thoughts and opinions down below. Do you guys agree with my mock draft? Do you guys not? Of course, I would definitely really like to know. Of course, don't forget to subscribe to my IRL/vlogging channel and my gaming channel as well, which I will all be linking in the description down below if you haven't already gone and done that. But as I was saying, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.